What's going on, guys? It's Tyson up here at Ronin Talk. I'm up here at the One Muay Thai Fitness. Shout out to Simon Marcus for letting us use the facility. I'm here with my teammate and soon-to-be champion, Bojan Kladnjaković. So you got a fight coming up in Panama, 125. Talk about what it's been like preparing for the fight and where your mentality is at right now.
I feel over-prepared for this one. I think working with you, we've left no stone unturned. You know, we started camp in December. It's probably been the longest camp I've ever done for any fight. And I'm in shape. I feel strong. I feel sharp. I'm ready. I'm ready to get this win and get in line for that title shot. UCC Central American champion.
All right. So a lot of people may not know you're the CUF Fighting Championship in Trinidad. So you're kind of known as a guy who's willing to go anywhere in the world. You fought in Afghanistan. You fought in Trinidad. Now you're going to Panama. You know, what's it like fighting in another country, another continent, as opposed to maybe fighting stateside or in North America?
Man, it's like a dream come true, really. You know, you get to travel the world, beat up its people, see some culture, you know, try new things, try new food, and make like lifelong network and relationships with the people you meet. And you know, martial arts has given me probably like the tightest friendships and the best relationships that I've ever had. So, and it's fun, man. It's fun. It takes the pressure off, not having to fight at home. And you know, we don't have a lot of good opportunities here in Ontario, and you know, just to go somewhere nice where the weather's nicer is definitely a bonus, right?
Yeah. So talking about that, a lot of people may know this. So here in Ontario, we got a lot of tough fighters, but we don't have as many pro shows. Whereas now in Panama, this is a huge show. They put a lot of money behind it, but the fighters aren't necessarily at the same level. So how did you get connected with these type of fights in these shows?
Yeah, man. You know, it's good to have good networks. I have guys, strong guys in my corner. You know, yourself, my professor Brian Beauchamp. He's a well-traveled referee. He's been to China, India, Colombia, Brazil, and you know, he makes these contacts. And then, you know, I do my homework as well. I reach out to these promoters. You know, if you really want this, you know, you can make it happen. You know, if a lot of fighters talk like they want this, but you know, I'm paying this stuff out of my pocket because this is for me. You know, I want to do this for myself. It's not for no hype, no fame, no nothing. It's just for me, for my own experience. And yeah, man, like if you want it, if you want to fight in South Africa, Jamaica, Trinidad, Brazil, you can make it happen, man. And you know, it's just how bad do you want it.
So what's the biggest difference that you see in terms of, so your opponent's from Guatemala, if I'm correct, right? So from what you've seen on film and what some of these guys fight, because actually the main event in this show is a former UFC fighter, so.
Yeah, Victor Ramos.
Yeah, so this isn't a low level show, but obviously we have a higher level of, you know, jiu-jitsu, wrestling here. What's the biggest advantage you see going against this guy? Because from my understanding, he's a jiu-jitsu guy as well.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you know, I'm kind of going into third world MMA. I'd say they're a little bit behind us in terms of training methods and methodology. You know, I think Toronto here, we're spoiled with resources when it comes to training. We have some of the best access to facilities, to trainers, to methods, to recovery, to diet. You know, these guys, they don't have that back home. But at the same time, they're a lot hungrier. You know, for us, no matter how you look at this is a recreational hobby. Even guys that are professionals, they all have real jobs and they do this kind of thing on the side. So for us, it's a privilege and a luxury, and we don't get a lot of opportunities. So a guy with a few fights here, you know, could be very, very talented, where as in guys down in the stateside or Brazil or other places, they can fight every single weekend if they want to. So that's, I think, the big difference is they might have more fight experience, but I think our training is at a higher level, and I don't think my opponent has ever trained with anybody that I've trained with in terms of caliber. I'm in there in the sparring room with Mitch Gagnon and Josh Hill. You know, these are the best guys in Canada around my weight class. So I'm feeling really confident. I mean, I'm really excited. It feels good to be in shape and ready to go for a fight.
Yeah, so, you know, I've been working with you a lot. I've noticed the discipline's been a complete different change in this camp. What's the biggest thing you noticed doing such a long camp? Like a lot of times I've had to do long camps because like, a fight will be missed, but this is your first time doing a 3-month camp. What's kind of the things, the ups and downs? What are some of the things you kind of notice? I know the answer, but kind of
yeah, it's fun being stronger and in shape and having the cardio. You know, I think I neglected some of the athletic work before when it came to fighting. You know, I was just more of like a fighter. I like to spar a lot and roll a lot. And I think as I'm getting older, I'm learning how to train smarter, and I'm putting a lot more work in the technical development and the conditioning. And conditioning is key. It's the base of the pyramid is physical conditioning. And listen, if you want to get in shape, there's no better guy than this guy right here. Look at these arms, bro. All right, so you know, kettlebells and
a lot of functional training.
Fuck, man, like that Green Mile is that's what I'm gonna be thinking about when I'm pounding.
Shout out
this
to
guy
Joey up at Combat Sports that's where we did most of our camp. Amazing facility. That's where we got to do a lot of our camp. So it was an amazing camp for sure. So I can say personally, this is the hardest I've ever seen Bojan work. He's definitely one of the most talented guys. Everyone in the city knows him. He's very well touted, but this is the most disciplined I've ever seen him for a fight. So guys, is there any way for people to watch the fight? I know obviously we're going to be recording it and stuff like that. Is there any way for people to see it after or live?
Yeah, man. Ultimate Combat Challenge is the biggest show in Central America. They're based out of Panama. They do shows in Ecuador, Guatemala, Honduras, Colombia, all these places. So they have a YouTube channel. They're going to stream everything live. So if you just go to Ultimate Combat Challenge UCC YouTube, you can watch my fight. They'll post it on there after. They're big on the social media, on the Instagram. It's a big show. They're in talks to be on Fight Pass. So it's an honor and a privilege.
It's at their biggest casino as well. It's at their biggest casino in Panama.
Yeah.
Yeah. So guys, April 12th is the fight. Definitely check it out. It's gonna be an awesome fight. Like I said, the main event's a UFC fighter. So this isn't just a show where he's going on to beat up some bums. Like they have some of the toughest guys in Central America, but my guy is more than ready. And we're excited for it, man. So definitely check it out. And I know you guys see that Ronin Talk hat. Be ready for the gear coming out soon.